This is your Mortgage Rate Watch for Monday, April the 25th, and I'm Keith Akada with the Mortgage Reel. The market is trying to start off positive this morning. However, we're facing a lot of headwind and turbulence this week with consumer confidence reports, the GDP, pending home sales, and jobless claims, all rolling into a lot of volatility on top of corporate earnings, which look to be very optimistic, and Wall Street is hoping for good numbers. The market was playing violins in January, and now coming into March, the new home sales are up 11% over the last month. So home sales definitely showing a robust sign here. Not enough to make the market really have too much of a reaction, but still a small glimmer of hope that we're not seeing the numbers that were originally predicted back in January. The Federal Reserve and Ben Bernanke begin a two-day meeting tomorrow to deliver their interest rate decision and policy statements that will come out on Wednesday. For the first time ever, Ben Bernanke will be delivering a public announcement addressing the chairman's news conference to basically give the public and the markets more clarity on what's going on with quantitative easing 2, the concerns over inflation, and whether or not the program is going to end early or roll forward. There could even be a little bit of insight whether the chatter of quantitative easing 3 is something that's really going to be seriously put on the table for the market, or if that's something that's going to be shelved. But this is going to give hopefully the public a lot more clarity as far as what's happening with quantitative easing 2 and the concerns of future inflation. Keep in mind, based on the comments that do come out upon Wednesday's official meeting announcement, should the words inflation be too heavily mentioned, this could have heavy impacts on the mortgage rates. Again, inflation is the arch enemy of bonds, and which will put a lot of pressure on bonds to move higher. At the same time, interest rates will move along with it. Make sure to leave any comments, feedback, or questions below. We'll make sure from Team Mortgage Reel to get back and answer those as quickly as possible. We have a special request we'd like to make before you leave, and hopefully you've enjoyed today's clip. Make sure to check on the home page, click on the banner at How to Beat the Banks, and that'll take you directly to our Facebook fan page. We definitely put out more and more information, and to create transparency in the financing process of home ownership. We're big advocates of home ownership, obviously, but we want to make sure it's as easy as possible to understand what's impacting and the education necessary for home ownership today. And when you're visiting us on Facebook, make sure to like us when you're there. Thanks for tuning in to your Mortgage Rate Watch. We'll be back with more news impacting your largest investment, your home.